Hare Krishna. Are you able to hear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Crystal clear. Yatha
As
as
dehe
dehe
in the body.
in the body.
Kaumaram
Kaumaram
boyhood.
boyhood.
Yauvanam
Yauvanam
youth.
youth.
Jara
Jara
old age.
old age.
Tatha
Tatha
similarly.
similarly.
Dehantara
Dehantara
of transference of the body.
of transference of the body.
Prapti
Praptihi
achievement.
achievement.
Dhiraha
Dhiraha
the sober.
the sober.
Tatra
Tatra
thereupon.
thereupon.
Na
Na
never.
never.
Muhyati
Moyati
is deluded.
is deluded.
Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai.
Jai.
Translation and repeat. As the embodied soul
As the embodied soul
continuously passes
continuously passes
in this body
in this body
from boyhood to youth
from boyhood to youth
to old age,
to old age.
the soul similarly passes
The soul similarly passes
into another body
into another body
at death.
at death.
A sober person
A sober person
is not bewildered
is not bewildered
by such a change.
by such a change.
Purport: since every living entity is an individual soul, each is changing his body every moment, manifesting sometimes as child, sometimes as youth, and sometimes as an old man. Yet the same spirit soul is there and does not undergo any change. This individual soul finally changes the body at death. And transmigrates to another body. And since it is sure to have another body in the next birth, either material or spiritual, there was no cause for lamentation by Arjuna on account of death. Neither for Bhishma nor for Drona, for whom he was so much concerned. Rather, he should rejoice for their changing bodies from old to new ones, thereby rejuvenating their energy. Such changes of body account for variety of enjoyment or suffering according to one's work in life. So, Bhishma and Drona, being noble souls, were surely going to have spiritual bodies in the next life, or at least life in heavenly bodies, for superior enjoyment of material existence. So, in either case, there was no cause of lamentation. Any man who has perfect knowledge of the constitution of the individual soul, the super soul and the nature, both material and spiritual, is called a dhira, or a most sober man. Such a man is never deluded by the change of bodies. Mayavadi theory of oneness of spirit soul cannot be entertained on the ground that the spirit soul cannot be cut into pieces as a fragmental portion. Such cutting into different individual souls would make the supreme cleavable or changeable against the principle of supreme souls being unchangeable. As confirmed in the Gita, the fragmental portions of the Supreme exist eternally, sanatana, and are called kshara. That is, they have a tendency to fall down into material nature. These fragmental portions are eternally so, and even after liberation, the individual soul remains the same, fragmental. But once liberated, alive an internal life in bliss and knowledge with the personality of Godhead, the theory of reflection can be applied to the super soul, who is present in each and every individual body and is known as Paramatma. It is different from the individual living entity. When the sky is reflected in water, the reflections represent both the sun and the moon and the star also. The stars can be compared to the living entities, and the sun or the moon to the Supreme Lord. Individual fragmental spirit soul is represented by Arjuna, and the super soul is personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. They are not on the same level, as it will be apparent in the beginning of the fourth chapter. If Arjuna is on the same level of Krishna and Krishna is not superior to Arjuna, then their relationship of instructor and instructed becomes meaningless. If both of them are deluded by the illusory energy Maya, then there is no need of one being the instructor and the other the instructed. Such instruction would be useless because in the clutches of Maya, no one can be an authoritative instructor. Under the circumstances, it is admitted that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord, superior in position to the living entity, Arjuna, who is forgetful soul, deluded by Maya. Om Ajnantimnandasya Jnananjansalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Tam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Sapadanti Vandeham Shivro Padakamalam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Tam Sajivam
Parijanatam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri He Krishna Karuna Sindhu
Jagatpate Gopesh
Vesha Gopi Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Shastram Devkiputra Geetam Ekadeo Devkiputra Eva Ekmantraha Tashnamani Yani Karma Pekam Tasdeva Shaseva. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So today we are reading 13th sloka of second chapter, and in this sloka Lord Krishna started explaining about the soul. So in the previous verse he said that all of us, the kings, Arjuna, you and myself, Krishna said, myself, Krishna, we are present in the past, now, and in future also. So we are eternally present in this material world, or either in material world or spiritual world. We are always will be there. So then Arjuna can say how it's possible, because death is sure. If we compare surety of anything, we compare with the soul, with the death, as sure as death. So how can we be immortal? So Krishna is giving more detail about the soul, that we are not this body. Dehino asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam varjara yatha dehanta prapti dhiratnam. And Arjuna already explained it in the first chapter, that after death, the person goes to the different planets. Arjuna said that if I will fight and I will kill these persons, then the woman will be polluted, and the tradition, family tradition will be broken, and then there is no one will do the Shraddha ceremony, or the giving oblations to the forefathers, then they will fall down. So Arjuna already accept the principle of soul. Like, so he said that Narkin Yatam Vasu. This is so Arjuna already clear it that he accept the soul, but still Krishna is giving more detail because Arjuna is showing ignorance about his real identity. Although he is saying that the forefathers will fallen. So who is the forefather? Because the body they have left already, and their body is burnt to ashes. But still he is saying that the forefather will be uh, fallen from their position. So he accepts the soul. Sometimes some persons they accept soul, still they are ignorant about the soul. So Arjuna is representing such person who in their daily routine sometimes they are seemingly accepting the soul, concept of soul. Like in full बंद करना पूरा बंद करना ये तो पूरा बंद करना है नहीं तो अभी बंद नहीं करना पूरा बंद करेंगे लास्ट में तब बंद करना so in Vedic tradition or now in present time who accept that we are Hindus and they follow the Vedic scriptures, they accept the concept of soul externally. Really, they not. Many of them don't believe. Still, they have some faith that we are not this body, we are soul. And in their daily activity or social activities, it's the custom. So they are following the family traditions, and according to that, they accept the concept of soul. They do many activities for their past ancestors. Like now, this period is called Pitr Paks. The 15 days, there are many persons who will do this Shraddha ceremony for their forefathers. But when they talk about themselves, they think that we are this body. They know that our father had died, his body we personally burnt in our personal presence. So they accept that our father or mother is still living in the heavenly planets or the Pitraloka or somewhere else. So we have to do something for them. Concept is that the soul, after leaving this body, they get different type of positions according to their work. And the ancestors of that particular person, if he do something on behalf of them, then they will get the credit of this activity. So actually they are accepting that this body is temporary and we are soul. But practically they have no faith that we are not this body. We are soul. Till the time they have this body, they work for body only. Only for formality, they are following the Vedic tradition. That's why they are forced to do this Shraddha. Otherwise, the person will say they are useless. They are not doing this Shraddha. They are not inviting any Brahmanas. So due to force of sociality, or they are doing something. But in reality, very less number of persons, they actually believe on that we are soul. Actually, who understand that we are not this body, we are soul, he will do something for himself. He will not waste time for this useless body, for working for this useless body. Only maintenance for the body is the activity of the animals also. And if we are doing the same thing, aha nidra bhayamethanam cha itat samanam pasubhinaranam. So these four things is common, and these four things is required for the maintenance of the body only. They have no relation with the soul, with the real person. So that's why it's compared to the animal propensity. If a person who gets this human body and still he is working for body only, then he is equal to the animal. So the uh, Vedic scriptures give very great explanation that we are not this body, we are soul. And when we get this human body, we should understand this point and we should do the real activities which is beneficial for us only. That is the spiritual activity. Spiritual means the activities which is done for the spirit soul. So Krishna now explained to Arjuna that in detail. From this shloka, he is giving very detailed description of the science of soul. So he said that Dehino asmin yatha dehi kaumaramyam jara. So our body is changing. If we are body, and then why this body is changing? And if body is changed, then why we are not changing? When we are a small kid, small child, then we say that I am there. And when our body is fully changed to youth, Kaumaram Yavanam. Now we get this youthhood. Still, we are saying that we are same. And after some time, we again change this body, youthhood to the old age. Then we will say that I am there. When I am young, I am doing this. When I am child, I am doing that. So although body is fully changed, still the person is same. Who is the person actually? Because body is changed and person is same. So person is different from the body. It's very logical. So Krishna gives a strong logic that Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tatha dehantar prapti. Like this, our body is changing in this life only. And after death, again, one type of change of body is there. Body is fully changed to new one. That is called death. Tatha dehantar prapti. So who is intelligent, he can understand that we are not this body. We are the owner of this body. And when this body is not fit to be used, then we leave this body and get another one. According to our capacity, according to our desire, according to our activities, we have done with this body. This is a very simple fact, and anyone can understand it. But in present time, people are bewildered by the so-called scientists or so-called philosophers, and they cannot understand, and they also explain that the hodgepodge philosophy, complicated. They use very complicated terms, and they think that we are very expert. And in India, this is the tradition. If we are not able to understand something, then we will say, "Oh, it's very good." We are not able to understand. Very nice book. What you understand? Nothing. Very nice lecture. What you understand? Nothing. That's why it's very good. Simple thing. If someone is explaining very clearly, very simply, then you say very simple lecture. Nothing. We understand everything. So he don't know anything. If we are not able to understand anything, then we say, "Oh, so learned scholar is there." That is the foolishness. If we are not able to understand, how can we say that it's good? Scientists, they are actually they create a word jugglery. Sometimes the Mayavadi scholars, they also use it, word jugglery. They use complicated terms, many type of complicated terms. To understand that, you should read many things. So they are not to use simple terms that everyone can understand this. So this is actually not the way of understanding. We should understand clearly, then we can understand that it's good or bad. So Krishna explained very nicely in Bhagavad Gita, very simply also. We can understand easily that we are not this body, we are the soul. So we don't have soul. Actually, we are the soul. Sometimes some people think that my soul is here. This my body. So I am body and I have soul. Sometimes they think like that, or they think that like I have ear, I have eye, I have one part of this body as soul. But this is not the fact. Actually, we are the soul and we have this body. We are the possessor of this body. We are the controller and the enjoyer of this body. We are given this. We have given this body to utilize it for either for our sense gratification or for understanding the whole science, whole material world, and our position and position of Lord, and act in such a way that we can utilize this knowledge practically and go back to home, back to Godhead. Krishna explained in this verse that like the body is changing, after that body change again. So there is no need. Dhiras tattva namuhyati. Intelligent persons who know this, he will not be bewildered by the change of body or the death of some person. Why? Because you know that the person is always remain alive. He will not die. He is changing dress only. Like if someone get a new dress, then only the envious person will be sad. All other they feel happy. Oh, you have got nice dress. You are looking good. But if someone is very feeling very pain, great pain that oh it's not good. You have changed that old dress. Is weeping that oh your old dress is very good. You have changed that. You have got new one. Only foolish person will do like this. All the intelligent person they will not express their sorrow or their pain on the change of this body or dress. Like that, the change of body is there after death. So there is no need to be sad at that time because he will get new dress or new body. So Krishna is explaining to Arjuna that Dronacharya and Bhishma Pitama, for those you are very concerned, they will that they will die. They are my guru and my grandfather. So how I can kill them? For sake of Krishna, for following the real religious principles, Krishna is saying that you can kill and they get new body. And they are very pious persons. Surely they get the body in the spiritual world or in the heavenly planets. So it should be, it is a time to become happy that they will get nice positions. So there is no need to become unhappy. Krishna is saying that. And he is saying that Dhira Karna Muhyati, the person who is very intelligent or sober person, he is not bewildered by such change. So, and Prabhupada is explaining in last paragraph of purport that Mayavadi theory of oneness is cannot be applied to the living entities. Mayavadi says that everything is one. And to think that we are different, it's Maya. The individuality is Maya and everything is one. So I have explained it in yesterday also, yesterday lecture. So actually we are individual persons and Krishna is the supreme soul, super soul. We are not one, we are always present in individual forms. And every living entity has a particular relation with Krishna, and if he serve Krishna, then he will be happy. Otherwise, he will get many type of pains and pleasure in this material world only. If we able to realize our position as a servant of Krishna, then we can able to situate in our real position, real pleasure position. Anandamaya Vihasa, the position of soul is that he is for getting transcendental bliss always. Is not to give any pain here. So Krishna is the supreme person, and we are the servant of Krishna, and want to forget this thing and to become the master, and thinking that I am master and I have to be served by others, and this is only Maya. And we will get various type of frustration and problems by this type of understanding only. So one more thing, Krishna Prabhupada explaining that theory of reflection can be applied to the super soul, which is present in each and every individual's body. Like if we see the reflection of sun and moon in some glass or in water, the sun is one, but if we put many pots, many mirrors, then sun is reflected in every mirror. Like that, Krishna is one, but he incarnate himself in various type of forms. One form is super soul, Paramatma. So in the form of Paramatma, he lives in every body. Like sun is one, but is reflected by its potency in every mirror. If it's put in a particular position, then we can see the reflection of sun in many mirrors same time. Like that, although the reflection of sun is artificial, actually the sun is not present in the mirror, only reflection is there. But Krishna's incarnation, Krishna's forms as super soul also equal to Krishna. And Krishna can reciprocate with this super soul also. Krishna says that Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannishto. The super soul and Krishna is not different. They are both the Vishnu Tattva. So, but to understand it, Krishna Prabhupada is explaining that sometimes it's explained by this theory of reflection. So Krishna is present in his Golok Vrindavan Dham, and by his various type of incarnations, he is present with us in the form of super soul, in the form of his various type of energies. So he is everywhere with by the energy of himself. In the form of different energies, he is everywhere present. We can realize it. So Krishna says in 10th chapter that Aham Apsu, Raso Aham Apsu Pante. I am the taste of water. Prabhasmi Sasi Surya. I am the light comes from the sun and moon. The source of that light is Krishna. So we can see Krishna in various ways in the form of his energy. And he is not different from energy also, but still he is different. He has a particular position, he has a particular personality. That is the Shyam Sundar Murlidhar. Divuj Murlidhar Shyam Sundar Krishna. A two-handed form of Krishna playing the flute and enjoying with his friends, cowherd boys and girls. So that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And if we understand that we are not this body and we are soul and we are given this body to utilize it for service of Krishna, and we get everything for the service of Krishna, and if we utilize it, then we can understand our real position, then we can fix on that position and we will be happy. We will get all-time bliss. Anandamaya Bhasa. This is the purport given by Prabhupada. We will stop here. Hare Krishna, Prabhupada ki jai. If you have any question, you can ask.
Prabhuji, I have doubt.
Okay.
Prabhuji, you told about that offering food to forefathers, right?
Okay.
That I didn't understand properly.
What is the question?
So, Prabhuji, that while offering food to forefathers, some people will think that they are souls or not. You told an example. I didn't understand it clearly.
So, if they are accepting that forefathers, we are offering something to forefathers, and their body is already burned, so they are accepting their soul, that they are
Yes,
soul.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's why they are offering, na.
Yes, yes.
Because they understand that they are living till now in some form or other. The Shraddha ceremony was a particular standard process given recommended in the scriptures, and in Bhagavatam also it's given that we should do it. This is the duty of a grihastha, that he should perform this type of ceremonies given in scriptures. They are accepting this, that we are soul, because they are offering something to their forefathers.
Yes, Prabhuji, I understood right now. Understood. I got it. Got it, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So we will decide
Hare
one time Hare Krishna Mantra and stop here. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Prabhupada.